In October 2000, Rocky Mountain Power donated 22 acres of majestic canyon property in Cedar City to the Southwest Wildlife Foundation of Utah. Step by step, with the assistance of countless local businesses and volunteers, we have been working to create the Cedar Canyon Nature Park into a permanent wildlife rescue facility and nature park.
The reason for the flight chamber here at the Cedar Canyon Nature Park is we rescue an awful lot of eagles. Both golden eagles and bald eagles. They come in every year. And right now my largest chamber that I have is 10 feet wide, 12 feet tall, and 40 feet long. That's fine for housing them. They get to move around a little bit. And then I have to use falconry techniques to get them exercised for release. We really desperately need a chamber that is 50 feet wide, 100 feet long, and about 20 feet tall, to give the eagles enough room that they could actually fly and circle within the chamber to build up their wing strength and exercise before they're released back to the wild. Here's the concept. Any place that grows, especially alfalfa, we have hay barns. Now the hay barns are basically nothing but a roof supported by some metal pillars and a span of roof, and they put the hay under the roof to keep it out of the weather. There are no sides to these hay barns. We have lots of them here in Utah. They're quite common. Now, what I would do with an eagle flight chamber is I would start off with the completely open, with just a metal roof type structure that is clean and smooth, and that there's no sharp edges, and that there's nothing the animals can get hurt on. And then we would purchase about 4 of these cargo containers, shipping containers that you see around, that people use for storage. They put them on cargo ships and ship them around the world. You get 4 of those cargo containers, which would give us 80 feet long. And we would butt them up, 2 on one side of the hay barn, 2 on the other side of the hay barn type structure. And then from there, we would then take what they call thin wall tubing, metal tubing, and weld the thin wall tubing going up vertically. So we have bars. So the first half is a solid wall with the cargo containers, and those would be converted into bird of prey rehab sheds, or caring for the birds in smaller chambers all the way around, which would be the flight chamber, and then barring all the way around the top half of the flight chamber, so that there'd be lots of ventilation, the birds could see out, and those kinds of things. And then basically put a center wall in the 50-foot wide facility that would leave about 20 feet on each end. And so we would kind of turn that into, the birds could fly 100 feet, turn, fly 50 feet, turn, fly 100 feet, turn, and circle inside this container to get their exercise. That's a big enough facility that the birds could actually circle to build up their strength and endurance. And then inside the center section, we would then put in a little observation area where the birds couldn't see the public, but the public could see out and see the animals exercising inside the chamber. So it's a big facility. But again, it would be a world-class facility that these animals could get their exercise. And like I said, not just eagles, but large hawks and owls and falcons could exercise in a facility like that. And the great thing is, this particular location here in southern Utah is very centrally located, which would allow us to receive other eagles that have been rescued from other rehabilitators and place them into our flight chamber. I could certainly see eagles coming from all over the United States to get exercised in the flight chamber. And not only could we do eagles in the flight chamber, but the California condor, which is been relocated here to southern Utah. The goal of the flight chamber, yes, is to care for the animals, but secondly, again, it's an educational facility.
The mission of the Southwest Wildlife Foundation of Utah is threefold: wildlife rescue and rehabilitation, wildlife and environmental education, Development of the Cedar Canyon Nature Park. We believe the Eagle Flight Chamber is a vital as well as monumental next step in fulfilling our mission. As the first major structure for wildlife at the park, it must also accommodate the following needs: work area for rehabbers and other staff, wildlife food storage and food preparation areas, reception and viewing areas for VIP visitors, quarters for visiting student interns, academics, or researchers, quarters for 24/7 on-site caretakers.
The community is so excited about what we're trying to do. And again, in small town Utah, raising the funds is very difficult. We have to be able to reach out well beyond Cedar City and southern Utah out into the rest of the country to say, please help us. This is something that your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren will be able to come to this amazing park. And wouldn't it be wonderful to be able to say that you had a small piece in the development of the Cedar Canyon Nature Park? And so we would love everyone to roll up their sleeves, give us a hand, and we'll make this park a world-class facility for everybody.